Hello, this is Gus from Relay Corp. I'm going to explain how Relaynet work in just a few minutes. And I'm going to do this in a way that is not technical. So let's begin with the use case where the internet is unavailable, like completely unavailable. There is no VPN or Tor that can help you. So what will happen, and for the purpose of this video, let's assume that Twitter and Gmail support Relaynet. That could be either because Twitter and Google added support for Relaynet, or a third party did. Either way, they support Relaynet. Now, what happens if we consider that you're using your phone to connect to the internet when it's unavailable is any outgoing communication from Twitter or Gmail is going to go through the Relaynet gateway, which is a separate app running on your phone. Now, because there is no access to the internet, this is just going to be all of that information is going to be queued until there is a relayer, which is an individual or an organization that will physically transport the data to a computer that is connected to the internet eventually. So let's say that a few hours later or a few days later, that relayer comes to you. They may be using a USB flash drive, so they may give you a USB flash drive so that you can save all the information and collect any information coming from the internet to you, so to the Relaynet gateway. They could be using Wi-Fi, and that could be like a long-range Wi-Fi, one of those that give you a range of even miles if necessary, or you could be using Bluetooth. So whatever transport medium you're using, you're going to be getting data from the internet and also storing data that should go to the internet eventually. So once that's done, the relayer is going to go away to another region, one that does have access to the internet. And that could be either using a traditional internet infrastructure, or it could be using a satellite link. However that's done, they are now in a region that is connected to the internet. So from that computer that is connected to the internet, they pass all the data that they got from your phone to a Relaynet gateway, which is the counterpart to the one running on your phone, but this one is connected to the internet. And the communication is end-to-end encrypted between these two, so the relayer has no way of tampering with the information at all. So that once it gets the data, it's going to pass it on to the appropriate server, so Twitter or Gmail. And similarly, any incoming data from Twitter and Gmail is going to be collected here and passed on to the relayer so that they can then go back to you and hand it to the Relaynet gateway, which will then distribute it to their appropriate apps. So that's what will happen in a very extreme case, one where you haven't got access to the internet. Let's consider what will happen when you do have access to the internet. So basically, we will not need this layer because there is no need to transport anything offline because we can use the internet. Now, this is what that picture will look like in that scenario. So the gateway in your phone is going to realize that you are connected to the internet, and in that case, it's going to pass on any data from the Twitter app to the Twitter server immediately, and similarly, any data from the Gmail app to the Gmail server immediately. Any communication from either of these two servers is going to go through the Relaynet gateway connected to the internet, and that's going to be immediately, that gateway is going to pass the data immediately to this gateway running on your phone. Relaynet was designed in such a way that the latencies will be kept low, even though there is definitely a broker that is going to add like a minor delay, something that should not be noticeable to the user, but it will still be there. So yeah, that's it. That's how Relaynet would work in the scenarios where you haven't got access to the internet and when you do have access to the internet. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that was clear.